But yeah, it's growing rapidly. And that's another thing. People are starting to see like, it's not just, people think social
It's
media, but
not
it's
just
not
haircuts and wedding pictures,
No. And then you realize when you start thinking about that, you're like, I am going there searching for something when I go on Pinterest. So the same way you go there searching for something, whether you're searching for a recipe or something, you are entering a search engine and you're finding someone's blog, which is probably their business, and they're making money off of you coming to their website or going to their Etsy shop. So when you start seeing it that way, your wheels start turning on how you can use it as an online business as well.
Yeah. Are there any specific industries you feel like do particularly well on Pinterest?
I don't think it's any particular industry. I think it's how your content comes into play. So if you're creating content that can live as evergreen content on the internet and you can drive traffic that way, your Pinterest can work for your business, whether you are e-commerce business, a physical business, or, like I work with a lot of online coaches and things like that. It can work for you. It's about your content, really. If you're not creating content, then it doesn't really make sense. Even if you are a photographer, with pictures and stuff like that, if you're not posting them on the internet, then you have no place to drive traffic to. If you don't have a blog for that, you have no place to drive traffic to. So same thing if you are a coach and you are not creating content that has their own URLs. So whether you put that content on your website, which is always recommended, but even if you put that content, like your videos on YouTube or your podcast episodes have their own individual links, you can put that on Pinterest. So it's
okay. I want to ask about that because you were also talking about, driving traffic to Etsy and people creating for YouTube and like, what is your strategy when you're working with clients who do have content in multiple places? So you have your website and an Etsy store, or you have your website and your YouTube channel or your podcast, or, different places. I've heard conflicting advice here. Some people say everything should go through your website, so that's trackable. And some people say, who cares? It's a free for all. Like take your Instagram and repurpose it and publish it on Pinterest if it's not like time sensitive, or take just directly send traffic from Pinterest to your YouTube channel. Don't make them go through your website. So do you have a feeling about what is the better approach and what people are more likely to click on from Pinterest?
So I always say that you want to prioritize the content on your website. Boom. So if you definitely can put something on your website, also put it on the website. So this is the thing that people might not say that I always say. You need with Pinterest looks at new content as a new URL. They want more new content. That's what they're pushing this more of, and not posting, like if you only have one freebie or something like that, you can't just post that same link on Pinterest over and over and over. And that's the only link you have, then Pinterest is probably not for you unless you're using it promoted pins or Pinterest ads then it doesn't matter. But as organic traffic, you want to have as many new links as possible. So like for me, for example, my main core content is IGTV videos. So I send Pinterest to IGTV. I put that same video onto YouTube so that I have now a YouTube link to send Pinterest traffic to. And I also put that video on my website, and I also transcribe it into a blog. So now I'm going to send traffic to my website as well. Pinterest is going to always prioritize. Yeah, Pinterest is always going to prioritize traffic to your website because they know that belongs to you, and they want to make sure they push that. But you can also claim your YouTube. You can also claim your Instagram. And of course, if you have like a Etsy or Shopify store, you can claim those as well. So, but Pinterest is still going to push your traffic to your website.
Okay. So when you say claim it, it's like when you have that profile at the top and they have the little check mark that says, yes, you own this website domain. You can also do that with those other platforms.
Yeah. So they have like a spot in Pinterest, like in the settings where you claim, and then you will, like for Instagram, you just sign into your account. I think for YouTube, you just sign into your account as well. And for your website, you have to put like a code into like the back end of the website.
Okay. I have tasks to get done after we get off.
Yeah, you want to make sure, because if you're like, even if you start sending too much content to a website that isn't claimed, that isn't yours in a sense, they might mark you as spam because they don't know where you're sending traffic to. You can be sending traffic to anywhere. Even like I always tell my clients who have podcasts, like put your podcast episodes on your website. Like it's easier, one, to get clients that way if you're looking to get clients, because now you can serve them with your your freebie or something like that later, like you can really show them your show notes that you're putting on your website, as opposed to sending them to Apple Podcasts. Everybody doesn't have Apple Podcasts,
right?
Or Spotify. Everybody doesn't have Spotify. And even if you send them those places, you need to be careful because Pinterest might mark you as spam if you only sending them to those places. So you have to really think of how to make sure you're utilizing things correctly. But yeah, definitely people get so like they're getting the mindset of like, well, if I'm sending someone to my Instagram, my YouTube, and my website for the same video, aren't people going to like get tired of it? No, because on Pinterest, they don't know that you're sending them to that same piece of content.
And probably Pinterest's algorithm goes, oh, these people are clicking through to YouTube. We'll show them more YouTube content. Yes. Oh, these people like to look at things on Instagram. So so it's like the algorithm includes what the user preferences are. Okay.
And I always say, even on your pin design, you can specifically say like watch on YouTube, so that people know ahead of time that you're sending them to something on YouTube to watch, or watch on IGTV, so they know right away, if I click on this, I'm probably going to go to their Instagram. You don't have to do that for your website, because obviously they can see it's going to your website.
That's the default.
Yeah, but
or like buy this on Etsy, and you can have a little Etsy logo in the pin, so people know that they're going there.
They know. So it's just like, even like podcasts, I always say put like listen, like call to actions that let people know what you're kind of sending them to. So if it's like listen now, so they kind of know, okay, I'm going to listen to a podcast or something like that. So it's really easy to really figure out like the content that you're creating and repurposing it in a way that you're creating as many links, so URLs that you can put back on Pinterest to actually drive traffic to.